from the Cardinal Fieldhouse. It's high school basketball here on Charter Sports. Good evening, everybody. I'm Nick Van Acker, along with my... Fieldhouse is basketball here on Charter Sports. Good evening, everybody. I'm Nick Van Acker, along with my broadcast partner, Sean Kaiser. Tonight, Sean, another Fox Valley Association matchup. Cardinals Lightning. Sean come in 3-0 on the season, 2-0 in conference. The the Lightning come in 0-3 overall, 0-2 in conference. This is a game the Cardinals, on paper, should be able to take care of the Lightning, but you always watch for those letdowns, and that's something the Cardinals don't want to fall.
And Fond du Lac game last Saturday night against Appleton East, and luckily Fond du Lac able to handle them fairly easily. Tonight, an Appleton North squad that really doesn't have anything to lose. A team that's undefeated, or that is winless, coming into the home of a team that's undefeated. So Appleton North, you're going to get their best opportunity tonight as they're going to look to knock Fond du Lac. So the Cardinals guard against that letdown.
Saber Lake had a breakout night Saturday night against Appleton East. And, I'm just waiting for Robbie Springmore to have one of those breakout games as well. This might be the night that you see him pour on in a lot of points.
Well, Chris Saberlick, setting the school record for three-pointers, made an outstanding job. He sunk 8 three-pointers in that game Saturday night. Confident with his shot and was firing up there from did a very nice job. Overall, offensively, Fond du Lac looked good against the Appleton East squad. We had defense execute this season, but that offense was kind of struggling. Kind of saw that offense come out. Hopefully they'll be able to carry over that offensive momentum into tonight's basketball game.
Starting lineups and opening tip-off coming up right after this. You're watching Fond du Lac on Charter Sports.
Don't take time to their bodies. My first-time clients are surprised when I find areas that are sore or tender that they didn't realize were there. I can help release those tension spots. I always take time to listen to my clients because trust is very important. There can be many misconceptions about massage, and everyone has different comfort levels, and it's important to respect that. Massage therapy can be an important part of the overall health and well-being, and I encourage people to take their health seriously and to relax.
Screen embroidery and
Hello.
Alex Gold, Ben Byer, Ryan Town, Brandon Subert, Ryan Schwanke, Jason.
Take me back.
Pretty easy names. Pretty easy names for them.
Resch,
Andy
Springer,
Kaufman,
Johnson,
Andy Kaufman,
Backman, Wallace, Redlin, Gillespie, Bayer, Town, Siebert, Swanky, Price, Coe, and Kaufman.
Andy Kaufman, he's that comedian, that guy. Man on the moon.
Take me down to the paradise city where the grass is green. Good music here tonight. We need this more often.
Yeah, they didn't play Eminem.
No, Tupac. I want to see Casey Week throw one down tonight. I'm in the mood for a dunk.
Check 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Take me home.
Well, that guy's big.
All right, if you want to bring it back, we're all set.
we're back.
And welcome back to the Cardinal Fieldhouse. We are just about set for the playing of our national anthem here, as well as the starting lineups and opening tip-off. The Fond du Lac Cardinals, on this early season, has come out and played some pretty good basketball in all three games. A win over Cedarburg, Neenah, and Appleton North. Their fourth home game, 4 home games to start off the season. Not a bad start for the Cardinals, Sean.
Yeah, it's been a good start so far for Fond du Lac, as they've definitely enjoyed winning on this homestand.
Let's go down courtside for tonight's national anthem.
Okay. Good evening, high school basketball fans. Welcome, visitors, parents, and students, to the varsity match of the Fond du Lac Cardinals and the Appleton North Lightning. At this time, please remove your hats as you stand in reverence for our national anthem, sung by junior Bria Teston.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight for the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave.
The national anthem done here at the Cardinal Fieldhouse. Very, very nice job. Let's go back courtside now for tonight's starting lineup.
For tonight's game, from Appleton, a senior, 6'3", number 11, Kyle Johnson. A senior, 5'11", number 21, Andy Redlin. A sophomore, 5'10", number 31, Ryan Town. A junior, 6'4", number 33, Brandon Seibert. And a senior, 6'9", number 51, Andy Kaufman. Now for the Cardinals, a junior, 5'10", number 13, Robbie Springborn. A senior, 6'4", number 15, Derek Arndt. A junior, 6 foot, number 20, Sean Bartelt. A senior, 6'3", number 34, Casey Weiss. And a junior, 6 foot, number 3, Chris Saberlich.
And that's tonight's starting lineups here from the Cardinal Fieldhouse. The Appleton North Lightning are coached by Bill Miller in his 7th season as head coach of the Vikings, and Fond du Lac Cardinals for in his 19th season as head coach, Dick Diener.
A nice shot there into the Cardinals huddle.
Cardinals trying to continue their win streak here tonight. Undefeated so far at home, undefeated in the conference, and undefeated on the season. As there you take a look at the brain trust of the Appleton North Lightning, Bill Miller in company with his coaching staff. We are all set for the opening tip-off. And just underway from the Cardinal Fieldhouse. Cardinals get the tip-off, and they bring it up court. Robbie Springborn. Cardinals in their white jerseys, and the Appleton North Lightning in their blue jerseys.
Well, something we've become accustomed to with this Fond du Lac team so far throughout this season is a very patient offense to start out the game.
Turnaround jumper in the lane. Derek Arndt banks it in, and the Cardinals on top first tonight, 2-0.
Well, Derek Arndt has done a good job getting himself down in that low post position so far early on in the season, and he's looking to take advantage of that today.
Short jumper on the way by Siebert is an air ball. Ball out of bounds. Last touched by the Cardinals. The Lightning will get it back.
And the Fond du Lac student section giving that player some cute ribbing. I got to tell you what, I got to give this student section some props this year. They've really stepped it up, some creative chants. Great support by the Fond du Lac student section so far this year.
They're always the kind of like the sixth man on the court, and they've been very supportive of the cheer about here early going. Underneath will be a foul on Derek Arndt. Keep an eye, Appleton North at center. One of the biggest guys the Cardinals have seen all season, 6'9", number 51, Andy Kaufman. He got the ball that time in the low post.
It'll be interesting to watch that defensive matchup tonight. Of course, the Cardinals not just going to have Derek Arndt on there as he's able to get a steal away, but several other players will be matched up against the 6'9" guy.
Sean Bartelt with it, gives it off to Springborn. Springborn looking to penetrate in the lane. He's being guarded tightly. He kicks it out to Sean Bartelt. 6:54 remaining here in the opening quarter. Cardinals on top. Bartelt takes it into the lane. Basket won't count. A whistle beforehand.
Saw a drive to the basket there by Bartelt. Trying to take it to the hole.
Foul's going to go on number 33, Brandon Siebert, his first personal. Springborn with it, gives it off to the senior, Casey Weiss. He looks to post up Derek Arndt. Arndt takes it in the lane. He has the first 4 points for the Cardinals tonight.
Derek Arndt is being guarded by a guy who is a couple of inches taller than him. Andy Kaufman, and so far, Derek Arndt, the smaller Derek Arndt, able to have his way with big Andy Kaufman.
Arndt has had an outstanding season so far for the Cardinals. 3-point basket by Andy Redlin gets the Appleton North Lightning on the board for the first time tonight.
The Lightning like to fire from outside. Not the greatest three-point hitting team, but they're a team, if they can start to get hot from the outside, Fond du Lac's going to have to watch out.
Saberlich put on the line. That's a two-pointer, and he got it. Chris Saberlich picks up where he left off on Saturday night. 30 points for the junior guard.
And that game Saturday night against Appleton East, the Cardinals shot 75% from the field in the first half. So far, the Cardinals in the first quarter, 3 of 3 from the field.
On top with the basketball is Town. He gives it off to Johnson. Johnson, their leading scorer. Town with it, looking to post up underneath, cannot find his man. Town being guarded by Springborn. He gives it off to Siebert. Siebert looks at taking it in the lane. Ball loose on the court. Cardinals get another turnover. Springborn looking to push it up the court. Springborn, nice turnaround move in the lane. Missed it. Derek Arndt on the cleanup. Rebound. Ball still loose. Cardinals still have it. Sean Bartelt for 3. Airballed it. And then a great smart move by Chris Saberlich, bouncing the ball off of Andy Redlin. And it will be Cardinal basketball.
Also nice hustle there by the Cardinals to keep that one alive and keep the offensive rebound and the possession in their favor.
Saberlich, turnaround three-pointer on the way. Good! Chris Saberlich, that's become his move so far this year, kind of the Allen Iverson turnaround three-pointer.
Oh, I tell you what, that was quite the rainbow shot, but Saberlich obviously feels comfortable taking that shot.
Good defense that time by Robbie Springborn, forcing a jump ball. Possession arrow will go to the Lightning.
I know this game is early, Nick, but boy, the Cardinals just, I tell you what, game by game, Coach Diener said every single game they want to improve on different aspects of their basketball game, and so far this season we've definitely seen that. Every game that's gone by, the Cardinals have definitely improved.
And one thing the Cardinals have done a great job of is getting off to an early lead. They've started off 10-0 a couple times here. They're off to a 9-0 lead. Basket won't go. Casey Weiss on the rebound. Gives it to Springborn. Springborn looks to push it up the court. Springborn into the lane, kicks it out to Weiss. Weiss, a three-pointer on the way. Rim one, have it. Nice offensive board by Derek Arndt. Second of the game. Springborn for 3 on the way. Rim one, have it. Another offensive board by the Cardinals. Bartelt wisely takes it out, back on the elbow. Cardinals doing a great job cleaning up on the board.
And you would think Appleton North, with the guy 6'9" down low, would have a decisive rebounding advantage. Not so, as their big man down low, he's not real agile, so the Cardinals definitely doing a nice job.
Saberlich for 3, Sean. Rim one, go. Bringing it up is Town. Town gives it off, and Johnson has it. Now they're going to try to post up their big man underneath, and the foul will be on Derek Arndt as they got Andy Kaufman on the arm.
That's too bad for the Cardinals. Several offensive rebounds on that last possession. They had a chance to put the basket in the hoop, unable to do so, but still got to credit the hustle of the Cardinals to keep getting those offensive boards.
Foul will go on Derek Arndt. That is his first personal. And Andy Kaufman, the 6'9" senior, will be at the free throw line. A left-handed shooting player. And the basket is good. Into the game for the Cardinals is the senior Jim Dilling, checking in for Derek Arndt, who has done a nice job here to start this basketball game. Kaufman's second one on the way is good, and the Cardinals lead 9-5. Springborn bringing up the basketball across the timeline, nearly stolen from him. He's in a little bit of trouble now, has to get loose, gives it off to Saberlich, ball stolen away, and then Saberlich steals it right back. Saberlich gives it off to Dilling outside, and then back to Springborn. 9:30 remaining in the opening quarter. Cardinals on top, 9-5. Saberlich, nice move into the lane. Saberlich takes it in. Chris Saberlich with an early 7 points, 7 out of the 11 points for the Fond du Lac Cardinals.
That was a pretty move by Saberlich to not settle for that outside jump shot, take it inside and lay it off the glass and in.
Kaufman posting up. Ball out on top. Now they're trying to post up Kaufman again. Kaufman, good defense by the Cardinals. With it on top is Stringer. Stringer being guarded tightly by Casey Weiss, and then Stringer turns it over. Another turnover for the Appleton North Lightning. You know, the Cardinals' defense has been outstanding all season long, and again, the Cardinals forcing a lot of turnovers in this first quarter of this basketball game.
4 turnovers already for Appleton North in the first quarter has spelled doom for them, and credit that Cardinal defense.
Springborn with it, gives it off to Saberlich. Saberlich has the hot hand once again tonight. Springborn. Shavy. Shavy looks to take a baseline, and then a foul on Andy Kaufman underneath on John Shavy.
Well, Shavy was kind of trapped there, but good move for him to go up there and draw the foul. He had the defender draped all over him, so he'll have a chance to go to the free throw line and shoot 2. Cardinals up by 6, 11-5, 2:41 to go in the first quarter.
It's actually going to be a blocking foul, and the Cardinals take it out baseline, and we're going to have another foul underneath. And I think that's going to go on Andy Kaufman again, and if that does, he's going to go to the Pines. Nope, that's not. That is going to go on number 11, Kyle Johnson. Third team foul, that's Johnson's first. Saberlich into the lane, and he is fouled. That's going to be a shooting foul. We'll check who the foul is on. Foul is going to be on Mike Stringer. Foul starting to pile up on the Lightning. Saberlich will go to the line and shoot 2, where he has 7 points tonight. First one's good.
That's Saberlich really stepping up so far early on in the season to be one of the scoring leaders for this Cardinals team and getting more confident in his shot.
Well, Saberlich had 30 points the other night against Appleton East. He's looking to duplicate that. 9 so far here in the first quarter. The Cardinals take a 13-5 lead. Redlin with it, gives it off to Johnson. Johnson with a screen by Kaufman. Jump shot on the way off the rim, no good. Dilling with the rebound. Springborn looking to push it up to John Shavy. Rim one have it. Saberlich on the rebound. Nice kick out. Kicks it out to Springborn. And then a foul is going to be an offensive foul as Robbie Springborn put his shoulder into Ryan Town.
Well, Shavy came down a little bit out of control as he tried to make the layup. And unfortunately, an offensive foul on the Cardinals. Possession will go the other way.
2 minutes remaining in the opening quarter. Cardinals on top 13-5. Post up underneath to Kaufman. Good defense by the Cardinals. Outstanding defense by Fond du Lac. Johnson with it, being guarded by Shavy. Good ball rotation by the Lightning. Town with it. And the ball stolen away, nearly stolen away by Chris Saberlich.
Cardinals really aggressive on defense tonight, really going after that basketball.
And that time the Cardinals will steal it. John Shavy to Chris Saberlich. 3-on-2. Saberlich takes it in. Chris Saberlich red hot with 11 points of the 15 in the opening quarter.
And he did a lot of his damage from the three-point line against Appleton East last Saturday, but tonight, Saberlick able to go inside.
Another turnover for the Appleton North Lightning. How many is that, Sean?
6 turnovers now for Appleton North.
And you know, we saw it the other night against Appleton East. Cardinals creating turnovers as well. And some of those turnovers that Appleton East has had, as well as Appleton North, unforced. So
Appleton East, they had 16 turnovers in their game Saturday night against the Cardinals. We'll see how many Appleton North will have.
Three-pointer by Saberlick. Rim one, have it. Cardinals nearly come away with an offensive board. Now the Lightning looking to push it up. Under a minute remaining in the opening quarter. Stringer with it out top, being guarded by Saberlick. With it right now is Resch. Stringer. 40 seconds remaining. Gives it off to Kyle Johnson, who's scoreless tonight. Stringer. And we are going to have a foul. I believe it's going to go on Chris Saberlick for the Cardinals. Actually, no, it's going to go on Jim Dilling. It'll be Dilling's first.
Well, those big men being shoveled in and out as the Cardinals have got 3 of them that are going to draw the assignment down low. With Derek Arndt, who I believe has already got 2 fouls. Also Jim Dilling.
Air ball by Kyle Johnson. Cardinals going to bring it up. Expect them to go for one shot.
And Kyle Shepard, also one of the big guys down low, going to see lots of playing time in this basketball game.
This is where the Cardinals excel. With about 30 seconds left in the quarter, they run the clock down. Good passing, and last game they hit a couple of big shots towards the end of the buzzer.
Yeah, Robbie Springborn, I believe, had one. Also, Chris Saberlick sent us into halftime with a three-pointer, so we'll see who gets the call here.
And a carry on Robbie Springborn.
We've seen that called on Robbie a couple of times so far this year, Nick.
4.8 seconds left. Now Appleton North with a chance to put a basket on the board, which they have not done much of in the first half. And they turn it over. Springborn on the buzzer. No good. But the Cardinals jump out to a 10-point lead here in the opening quarter, 15-5. 11 of those 15 points scored by Chris Saberlick. We'll have second quarter action coming up right after this. You're watching Fond du Lac Cardinal basketball on Charter Sports.
Eaves. Ring just north of Highway 23 on Seymour Street in Fond du Lac.
And welcome back to the Cardinal Fieldhouse. The Cardinals take a 15-5 lead into the second quarter. Sean, good defense by the Cardinals. Appleton North only one field goal in that first quarter of play.
Yeah, Appleton North 1 of 4 from the field. That's not too good. The Cardinals put up lots of shots. 6 of 14 the Cardinals were. A couple of those, you know, there was I think they missed 3 consecutive three-pointers on that one possession where they had a couple of offensive boards. So not too terrible for Fond du Lac.
And for the second quarter play-by-play, here's Sean Kaiser.
Cardinals up by 10 to start the second quarter. 7 turnovers for Appleton North. That's one of the more glaring statistics that we see from the first quarter, that and the fact that they're 1 of 4 shooting. Fond du Lac's defense has definitely played very, very well so far in this game. Springborn drives, kicks it out to Saberlick, who's wide open for a 3, and he hits. Nice job driving down the baseline. Robbie Springborn wide open with Saberlick. The guy scored 30 last week, 8 three-pointers. How can Appleton North keep him wide open?
You know, I would love to see his shooting percentage on the season because he has not missed a whole lot at all.
I guess Appleton North forgot to read the scouting report to cover Saberlick as Appleton North has an air ball. Offensive rebound, tries to go back. Second time is going to be a charm for them as, well, I tell you what, we've seen a couple of air balls so far tonight, Nick, by Appleton North.
Yeah, they just, they aren't looking very good on offense at all. Very tentative, but you got to go back to that Cardinal defense. That Cardinal defense, I tell you, is going to give a lot of teams in the Fox Valley Association fits this year.
18.
Excuse me, Sean. Watch when the Cardinals are on offense. If you get a chance, a lot of movement, which is good to see, and a lot of passing. That's why they find these open shots.
18-7, Fond du Lac leads. 6:51 to go in the second quarter. Saberlick dribbles up, open. That's a three. Wow, I thought that was a two-pointer, but Saberlich opens up this second quarter with 2 3-point bombs.
You know, Saberlich set a record last game for three-pointers. He might break his own record in this game as the Cardinals take a 21-7 lead.
How many points for Saberlich?
Let me add it up here.
I know he's in double digits already. Saberlich scoring the bulk of Fond du Lac's 21 points so far in this game.
17 points. 17 out of the 21.
17 points for Saberlich. Guess what? Appleton North just turned the ball over once again.
I need my calculator for this scorebook. Yep. Saberlich 17, Derek Arndt 22. Basically, Saberlich 17, Appleton North 7.
Yeah.
And that was the story the other night against Appleton East. In the first half, Saberlich had 22. Appleton East had 22. Saberlich 30. In the game, Appleton East only scored 31.
So the Cardinals out there with Shepard, Bartelt, Weiss, Saberlich, and Springborn. Foul going to be called in some of the action underneath. Boy, can anybody cool off Chris Saberlich, Appleton North? And I know for the Cardinals, I mean, they haven't been playing some of the better teams in the FBA. They faced Neenah early, then Appleton East, the team that really does play good defense. Tonight, Appleton North, and up next is Menasha. I hate to see what Saberlich's going to do. 20 points for Saberlich. 3 of 3 all from downtown to start the second quarter.
Wow, Saberlich might be looking at the school record in points tonight. Another great start for the junior guard. That's right, he's only a junior.
Saberlich sticks his hand in there and knocks the ball away, but it looks like they're going to call a foul on him. I don't know. I thought Saberlich had all ball on that one. That'll be Saberlich's second foul of this game. We'll see if Coach Diener... Oh, it is only his first. Okay.
First foul.
Boy, what is Chris Saberlich eating for breakfast? I tell you what, I want to have that in my bowl.
Got his Wheaties going, that's for sure.
Outside jumper missed by Appleton North. They're 1 of 4 shooting so far in this second quarter.
This could be a blowout.
Casey Weiss with it. He dribbles in, tries to get a closer shot, no good. And then Kyle Shepard had an offensive rebound, but his shot was no good. Back the other way comes Appleton North. As you see Coach Diener screaming out instructions for his defense. Fond du Lac leads 24-7 with 5 minutes to go in the second quarter. Appleton North just putrid shooting the basketball so far tonight. Another miss. Ball goes to Fond du Lac. Nick, so far tonight, Appleton North is 2 of 9 from the field.
You know, I hate to say this and sound like I'm exaggerating, but the Cardinals could win by 30 points tonight. They almost got a 20-point lead as it is.
At least 30. Sean Bartelt strong down the lane, but that's he was just introduced to big Andy Coffin down low. Coffin struggled so far in this basketball game. He's done a couple of nice things defensively, offensively, though haven't seen anything from Coffin.
No, you haven't. Just a couple of free throws, and that's it. And really, you haven't seen anything offensively from them.
Quick inbound pass, passed over to Robbie Springborn. Springborn unable to connect on that lay-in, had an open shot. Nice play call there by the Cardinals, just unable to execute it. Appleton North constantly in search of offense, and another turnover. Another turnover, other way, Robbie Springborn, and he can hit that lay-in. Robbie Springborn knocks one down, 26-7. The Cardinals on a roll.
Stellar defense once again, that time double teaming were the Cardinals, and then the loose ball and Springborn on the breakaway. When you can get a turnover like that, fast breaks happen often. 9
turnovers in this game for Appleton North, and the Cardinals seem like they've been able to convert points off of almost every single turnover. Cardinals defense and offense just executing at an outstanding job as Kyle Johnson able to knock down the turnaround jumper there. It slowed down the bleeding at least a little bit for Appleton North as Fond du Lac leads 26-9, 3:49 before halftime.
And we're going to have a foul, and that is going to go on number 31, Ryan Town. The Cardinals just playing outstanding defense, and the Lightning just can't stop the Cardinals on offense.
Cardinals now in the bonus as Robbie Springborn set to go to the line, shooting a 1-and-1. The junior guard's first free throw is good.
Well, if you're Appleton North's coach, what do you say right now? Make it respectable?
Springborn's second free throw is good. Cardinals lead 28-9. And I've been keeping an eye on Appleton North's basketball coach. He really hasn't been saying much. He's kind of been in his crouched over position. As you see him over there, he's kind of just bent on his knees. And that's basically the position he's been in most of the game. Really isn't too animated. He's not like Coach Diener out there yelling instructions. He's just kind of been perched over there watching this basketball game.
Well, Bill Miller has struggled at Appleton North, to say the least. 30-99 as a head coach for them in 7 seasons. Appleton North has struggled the last couple of years.
As Johnson comes down the lane, able to pick up a foul. Well, Appleton North in sports hasn't done a great job, but a couple of years ago, the Cardinals went up there. Their final game of the season, a chance to clinch a share of the conference championship, and Appleton North was able to pull off the upset. Johnson's first free throw, no good. I know one of Fond du Lac's JV and varsity assistant coaches, Mark Simon, remembers that game all too well. He was a senior on that basketball team, unable to get a share of the conference title. Second free throw good. You just don't really mention that Appleton North game when you're hanging around into those Fond du Lac guys.
Yeah, that's a sore subject.
Down the lane is Bartelt. We've seen him be aggressive with the basketball tonight. Sean Bartelt driving down the lane. And able to pick up a couple of fouls against the defenders.
And you know, Saberlick, we talk about him a lot. He's been getting a lot of points, but you know, if it weren't for the rest of those guys on that court, they're giving Saberlick opportunities and creating open shots for him, and he's just doing his job and putting them down.
Bartelt's first free throw is no good, but the Cardinals able to come away with an offensive rebound. 7 offensive rebounds tonight for Fond du Lac. Well, you really can't complain much about the game the Cardinals have turned in here. 3 minutes to go before halftime. They lead 28-10. Down the lane is Saporski. Saporski's lane is no good. He's able to control his own rebound. Now he kicks it out to Jim Dilling. Jim Dilling going to take an outside jump shot. Don't see Dilling do that too often, and I believe he was fouled.
And the foul is going to go on Stringer.
8 offensive rebounds for Fond du Lac. The Cardinals, I tell you what, the hustle board has definitely got their name written all over it tonight.
I don't know, but, you know, we kind of talked about in the first game against Cedarburg for the Cardinals, rebounding was a thing that they probably had to work on in practice, and it looks like they have worked on it in practice. These last couple of games, their rebounding has just been outstanding.
Dilling misses both free throws. Back the other way is Appleton North. Another air ball. Joel Resch throwing up an air ball on that three-pointer. As we've seen several of those. Fond du Lac student section letting them know that he didn't touch any of the rim with that basket. And here come the Cardinals. 20 points on the night so far for Chris Saberlick. Scored 30 last Saturday. Saberlick has had an outstanding first half here against Appleton North at the Cardinal Fieldhouse. Down low, and a foul is going to be called on Bartelt. Offensive foul on Sean Bartelt posting up.
I did not see that foul whatsoever. Basically what Bartelt was doing was just trying to fight for his position, and they call him with the offensive foul. Very tic-tac right there.
Maybe a sympathy foul called by the officials.
Yeah, maybe. It's about what it was.
28-10, the Cardinals lead Appleton North.
Bartelt's second personal foul.
First free throw by Joel Resch is good.
It's about the only way that the Lightning have been scoring tonight is from the free throw line.
Yeah, they've only connected on 3 field goals from the field. They've got 12 points. Bad news for them, the Cardinals have 28. 2 minutes to go now before halftime. Robbie Springborn with it. At the top of the key, he's being guarded by Mike Stringer.
You know what surprises me is Chris Saberlick has been sitting on the pines for quite a while for the Cardinals.
And down hard is Jim Dilling. Foul going to be called on Appleton North. Coach Miller going to go to his bench as Kyle Johnson will check out of the basketball game. Kyle Johnson, a kind of an old-school haircut he's got. I think he could possibly star on that 70s show.
Kyle Johnson, that'll be his second personal foul.
Of course, that's kind of the end haircut now, isn't it?
Yeah.
People don't get the haircut as often as they used to. Let the locks grow a little bit thicker. Of course, a guy like you really doesn't know.
I don't have any hair. That's my problem. I couldn't let it grow long if I wanted to.
Dilling's second free throw is no good. Fond du Lac leads 29-12, and error on the scoreboard has the Cardinals with 39 points.
Cardinals all the way into the double bonus now, too.
And a steal by Shavy. Here comes Shavy the other way. Layup is no good. I think the Appleton North defender might have got a piece of that one as it was going up there, and almost another steal for the Cardinals. And in fact, yeah, let's see, did it go off Appleton North? Yes, it did.
Well, the Cardinals just playing stellar defense once again. 2 turnovers right there, and turnovers are really haunting the Lightning tonight.
13 to go. It is 29-12, right?
I believe it's 39. Oh, is it 29?
29.
Oh, error
Yeah,
on
the
scoreboard
scoreboard all messed up there.
A three-pointer on the way by Matt Saporski's no good. That's going to bounce over the rim and out of bounds to Appleton North. The Cardinals starting to go cold from the field. They've been able to score from the free throw line, but Fond du Lac has missed their last 4 attempts from the field.
I tell you what, their main scorer, Chris Saberlick, has been on the bench for quite a while. I do not know why. He had the hot hand before, but he's been sitting on the bench now.
Since Saberlick started this second quarter, 3 of 3 from three-point land. Since then, the Cardinals only 1 of 8 shooting.
Wow. Now, Coach Dick Diener quickly getting Saberlick back into the game. Must have just needed a breather. And
so the Cardinals, since Saberlick's hot shooting, have really struggled from the field. 46 seconds to go. Fond du Lac leads by 17 points, 29-12 on top of Appleton North in the second quarter. See if the Cardinals play for 1. I've got a feeling that's what's going to happen, as Saporski and Springborn are just kind of flipping the ball back and forth. Saporski going to dribble with it now a little bit. Hand it over to Casey Weiss.
Who'd you give the ball to right here?
Well, how can you not? Let's try and get Saberlick open for a three-pointer. He's being guarded pretty tightly by Joel Resch. Down the lane is Robbie Springborn. Springborn looked to pass it. Instead, he went up. A foul's going to be called, I believe, on Mike Stringer down low. And Robbie will go to the free throw line shooting 2.
Well, that time, Appleton North, great defense on Chris Saberlick. As he saw Springborn take it into the lane, he looked at Saberlick on the outside to just give him a to see if he was open to kick it out to him. He was not, and Springborn wisely took it himself.
Robbie hits his first free throw. You talked about that defense there, and Saberlick wasn't seeing defense like that throughout the first half. As we get deeper into this conference season and Fond du Lac starts to play some of the better teams in the FBA, you know they are definitely going to be keying their defense on Saberlick.
And that's when your other guys like Robbie Springborn and Derek Arndt, those guys got to step up.
Cardinals are going to have to find other guys to score. As we mentioned, once Saberlick, kind of went out of the basketball game, only 1 of 9 shooting for the Cardinals. Johnson in trouble, and Appleton North, no clue. I tell you what, that possession right there sums up the first half for Appleton North. A bunch of confusion and turnovers as the Fond du Lac Cardinals lead Appleton North 31-12 here at halftime. We'll be back with halftime programming, statistics, and more. You're watching Fond du Lac Cardinal basketball on the Charter Channel.
Gearing up for high school sports, your first and only stop is Team Sports, Main Street, Fond du Lac. Shoes, balls, gear, it's all here at Team Sports on Main. Dribble, pass, shoot. It's basketball season, and Team Sports has all your basketball needs covered. One stop and you're in the game. Or maybe the struggle for the pin is more your speed. Team Sports also carries all you need for wrestling. Team Sports has trophies, leather jackets, and Packer and Badger merchandise. Team Sports, your sports headquarters.
Excellent has the best.
balls.
All right, let me just add up a percentage here. La-di-da-di-da. 385. Oops. 3. Da-da-da-da-da. All right, are you ready? Fond du Lac 10 of 26. North 3 of 11. 38%. 27%. Free throws, Fond du Lac 7 of 11. North 5 of 6. 64%. 83%. 12 boards for Fond du Lac. 7 for North. 2 turnovers for Fond du Lac. 11 for North. Is it parents' night or something?
Check 1, 2. All right. If you want to do this right away, we can.
Or do you want to wait until after the girls perform? It might get loud when they're performing.
Yeah.
Wait till after the dancers when they come back in for the shoot around, or
Unless you want to hurry and do it before the girls.
is there enough time?
Dave, do you have time and we can hurry and do it right now?
Maybe we'll just wait till the shoot around.
What's that? We're going to wait to do it until after when they're shooting around. Because the girls are going to be performing here in a second, and they'll get it loud in here.
Green pants. Green pants. Standing up.
Like 22 points in the first half. He's just letting it up from the outside, and Appleton North has not, come out and defend him whatsoever.
Yeah, Sabre Lake started the second quarter with 3 consecutive three-pointers. Sabre Lake hot once again. There's looking to follow up on the huge game that he had last Saturday where he scored 30 points against Appleton East. So I guess the Appleton School, Sabre Lake, just like to pour it on against them.
All right, let's take a look at the first half stats. The Cardinals, there you see from the field, 10 of 26 for 38%, a little bit less than they were shooting the other night against Appleton East. 3 of 11 from the field is Appleton North, 27%. Free throws, Cardinals doing a good job, 7 of 11 for 64%. 5 of 6 are the Lightning for 83%. Rebounds, the Cardinals 12. There you see, good job on the boards, and a glaring stat right there is turnovers, where the Appleton North Lightning have 11 in the first half. Stats right here on Charter Communications. We'll have the second half right after this. You are watching Fond du Lac Cardinal basketball on the Charter Channel.
North of the border. Start off with free chips and Maxland's famous homemade salsa. Maxland has a different lunch special every day that is served fresh in 15 minutes or less. And buy one and get one free margarita specials on Wednesdays for the ladies and Thursdays for the men. The Maxland has 2 convenient locations to better serve you. Main Street in Fond du Lac and our Oshkosh location featuring a full-service bar next to Kmart on Curler Street.
And welcome back to the Cardinal Fieldhouse as we continue to take a look at the first half. As I mentioned, Chris Saberlich, 22 points for the Cardinals. Springborn has 6, and Derek Arndt has 4 points. Jim Dilling also chipped in a free throw. Leading scorer for the Appleton North Lightning is Resch. Joel Resch has 3 points. Kaufman with 2. Johnson with 3. And Redlin with 3 points. As we get ready to start the second half, Cardinals looking to put this one away pretty early and get a chance to get some of those second and third string guys in like they did against Appleton East.
Always nice when some of your depth can get a chance to see some live game action. Cardinals going to be on the road after this game. Not too much of a tough road trip as Fond du Lac heads to take on Menasha on Friday night. I think if you and I were playing Menasha, Nick, I think the score would already be 10-0 us.
It probably would be. And the Cardinals nearly another steal. And now a foul will be on Casey Weiss for the Cardinals.
Let the bodies hit the floor.
As Casey Weiss' second personal foul. Bringing up the court is Ryan Town. To Redlin, gives it off to Kyle Johnson, who's been quiet here tonight. He has been their leading scorer throughout the season. Johnson kicks it off underneath, and a jump ball. Good defense that time by Chris Saberlich as he forces a jump ball on Andy Redlin.
You know, we've talked about Saberlich offensively, but defensively, well, he's played a well of a ball game. A couple of steals, and that time forcing the jump ball. Saberlich just a complete basketball game in this first half.
Saberlich scoring 22 out of the Cardinals' 31 points. Casey Weiss posting up underneath. He loses the basketball, turns it over. Kyle Johnson grabs it. Johnson gives it off to Redlin. Now underneath to Kaufman. Turnaround jumper is good. And Kaufman hits his first field goal of the basketball game.
Well, if you're Appleton North, then you're struggling on offense, trying to get something going. A great place to start is the 6'9" guy down low.
Running one-hander for Chris Saberlich into the lane is good. 24 points now for the junior.
No surprise to see Saberlich taking some shots here for the Cardinals early on in the third quarter, as he has definitely been the majority of this team's offense, although you want to see some other guys step up and get involved in this offense because, as we talked about, getting deeper into that conference season, it can't be all Saberlich.
And a foul on the Cardinals as they post up Kaufman. Weak side help by Derek Arndt, and he picks up the foul. That's Arndt's second personal foul. Actually, excuse me, that's his third. Third personal.
Interesting to see how long coach keeps him out there.
Kyle Johnson airballs that one, another airball, and a foul on Appleton North.
Johnson has just had a terrible night shooting. He has thrown up some really wild shots from the outside.
Andy Redlin gets the foul. That is his second personal. 6:22 remaining in the third quarter. Cardinals on top, 33-14. Bartelt to Saberlich. To Springborn. Derek Arndt. Saberlich kicks it out to Bartelt. Three-pointer by Bartelt. Good! Sean Bartelt with a long three-pointer gives the Cardinals a 36-14 lead.
There we go. We talked about seeing some of these other guys get involved in the offense right there. Bartelt stepping up. I saw him make plenty of three-pointers in the shoot-around before the game.
Foul underneath on the Cardinals. It'll be on Robbie Springborn. That'll be his second foul. At the free throw line and hitting the first shot is Andy Redlin. Second free throw on the way, off the rim. Cardinals with the rebound. Saberlich to Springborn. Springborn, penetration. Nice bounce pass to Derek Arndt. Good assist by Robbie Springborn.
Oh, it doesn't get much prettier than that. What a great pass down low. Springborn, kind of the defender up there, just pushed it down on the ground for Derek Arndt to lay it in.
And now an offensive foul on Appleton North. will be on Kyle Johnson.
I'm still amazed. What a beautiful pass by Robbie Springborn as the Cardinals looking to take even bigger command here. My buddy Al Johnson in need of a haircut.
That's a third personal on Kyle Johnson.
He's a big body, 6'3", a lanky guy. He really hasn't filled into his body much. Still kind of a little too skinny, I guess you would say.
He looks like he's from that 70s show.
That's what I said before.
I know. Derek Arndt, nice move into the lane. Derek Arndt, a scoop shot under the big arms of Kaufman. And Arndt gets the foul as well.
Boy, when Arndt's been in the basketball game, has he looked good so far tonight?
Yeah, he has. He looks
out.
very good. He's got 8 points in the game, and he's doing a great job on the boards.
He's doing it against the guy who's 6'9".
Derek Arndt with the free throw. Five minutes remaining in the third quarter. And Redlin with it. Guarded tightly by Saberlich. To Johnson. On the outside, three-point basket by Andy Redlin. A rare three-pointer by the Appleton North Lightning.
A rare point.
Yeah,
for Appleton North.
For sure.
They've scored most of their points, or at least a decent amount from the free throw line. They have not shot real well from the field tonight.
Turnaround, three-pointer by Saberlich. Nice rebound by Casey Weiss. Another offensive board by the Cardinals. Casey Weiss gets the basket.
Cardinals with 9 offensive boards so far tonight. They've done a great job doing that.
Johnson, rim one havoc. Casey Weiss on the rebound. Springborn looking to push it. Nice passing by the Cardinals. Derek Arndt. A timeout by Appleton North. The Cardinals come out on fire in the third quarter. 45-18 in favor of Fond du Lac. Back after this. You're watching Fond du Lac Cardinal basketball on Charter Sports.
Most people don't take time to listen to their bodies. Many of my first-time clients are surprised when I find areas that are sore or tender that they didn't realize were there. I can help to release those tension spots. I always take time to listen to my clients because trust is very important. There can be many misconceptions about massage, and everyone has different comfort levels, and it's important to respect that. Massage therapy can be an important part of the overall health and well-being, and I encourage people to take their health seriously and to relax.
And welcome back to the Cardinal Fieldhouse. As there you take a look at the Fond du Lac student section.
Guy is, and I guess he must have rode his motorcycle to the school here. He's got his helmet on.
That's actually Andy Soul, one of the, actually a guy that made All-State for the Fond du Lac football team. So congratulations to him.
He's a pretty big guy. Maybe I shouldn't say that.
Yeah, I wouldn't mess with him.
Nice pair of eye shoes, though. I like the tape over the centerpiece.
It really looks good.
He looks real tough.
We're having a good time here at the Cardinal Fieldhouse. Cardinals in control of this one tonight, 45-18 with 3:49 remaining in only the third quarter. Cardinals put this one away early. Johnson inbounds it. Kick out to Singer. Singer just not in control at all, and nearly threw it out of bounds off Sean Bartelt.
I like watching this Johnson guy play. I'm fascinated. I don't know. I just like his shot looks unorthodox. I kind of like that.
Wide open three-point basket by Ryan Town. That's Town's first basket of this game.
Appleton North hasn't played terrible in this third quarter, Nick. They are 3 of 5 shooting from the field, so obviously they went in at halftime and realized they couldn't win this basketball game, but said, hey, let's play our best.
Singer takes it into the lane, and a nice layup. He was guarded by 2 Cardinal players, and a nice move.
And, of course, the Cardinals did go on a brief bit of a run here in this third quarter, but Appleton North, they've hung in there. They've made a couple of turnovers, but they played pretty decent. They're starting to get some of their shots to fall.
Dealing with it, gives it off to Casey Weiss. Tried to pass it dangerously underneath, and he turned it over.
If anything, the Cardinals have been a little bit sloppy in this third quarter.
Three-point basket on the way by Town, and he hit it. And now the Appleton North Lightning on a little bit of a run. Coach Dick Diener wisely takes a timeout. We will take a timeout as well. 2:35 remaining in the third quarter. Cardinals on top 45-26. Back after this, you're watching Fond du Lac Cardinal basketball on Charter Sports.
Screen printing for all your screen printing, embroidery, and trophy needs. Rainbow Screen Printing, just north of Highway 23 on Seymour Street in Fond du Lac.
And welcome back to the Cardinal Fieldhouse as the Appleton North Lightning take, the Fond du Lac Cardinals take a timeout after Appleton North comes out and goes on a little bit of a run. Actually, an 8-0 run for Appleton North.
Yeah, Appleton North making a little bit of a push here, trying to find a couple of positives to end this basketball game and head into their next game feeling good about themselves and their game. The Cardinals haven't been as crisp. Obviously, when you've got a big lead and you start the second half, whenever you got a big lead, obviously it's tough to keep up that pace for the entire time, but I look for the Cardinals to finish this game strong.
They don't want to look like the Milwaukee Bucks, who has a 21-point lead and can never hold it, like they did last night.
It's their favorite thing to blow leads.
Yeah. Cardinals won't do that. Shavy looking to post up Dilling underneath. Bartelt with it.
And as we've seen with the Cardinals, when they've kind of gotten into sloppy play, the Cardinals kind of like to slow down that offense and get back to what gets them good, making all those passes to find a good shot.
Kaufman goes up for the block shot. He gets Kyle Shepard on the arm. Appleton North is not, they don't like it in the student section now mocking the sidelines for Appleton North. So we mentioned very energetic student section. There you see it once again.
Well,
it was a good call, I think. They got a little bit of the body.
Yeah, it looked like anything. He kind of slapped him on the shoulder. It kind of looked like he missed his arm as as Kyle Shepard was going up for that shot.
Second rebound, or second free throw won't go. The Cardinals get the rebound.
I love this Fond du Lac student section.
Yeah. Saberlich, Shavy, Saberlich, three-pointer, book it. Chris Saberlich, another three-pointer from the outside. Surprisingly, only his 5th point of the quarter, or actually of the half.
Well, Saberlich, that one was from way downtown. This guy can hit from anywhere.
Kaufman and a whistle and a foul on the Cardinals.
Well, Fond du Lac's been able to open up the season at home. As we mentioned, they are going to be heading on the road and taking on Menasha at Menasha next week. Then Fond du Lac will be back at home to take on Appleton North and West Bend East, and then back on the road against Appleton West.
Ryan Town with it. Gives it off to Kyle Johnson. Now looking to post up underneath Kaufman. Kaufman can't hang on to it. Springborn's got it. He looks to push it, and then Springborn threw it away. Town brings it back up. He does not have numbers, so pulls it back and holds off. Johnson. Singer. Long pass across the court. Jump shot on the way is good by Brandon Siebert. That's his first points of the game. Just under 30 seconds remaining here in the basketball game. Cardinals will hold for one shot.
Appleton North has shot 6 of 8 from the field in this third quarter. That after shooting 27% throughout all of the first half.
Yet Appleton North still down 48-26. We roll under 13 seconds. Saberlich just holding onto the basketball. Now gives it off to Springmore. We're under 10. Springmore nearly threw it away. Cardinals will inbound it with 5.3 seconds left in the quarter.
Let's watch Saberlich. Maybe you're trying to run around on a screen.
Springmore into the lane. Kicks it off to Shepard, and Shepard traveled. Well, the Cardinals failing tonight towards the end of the quarters. A couple of turnovers. Long shot on the way, no good, and we come to the end of the third quarter. Fond du Lac leads 48-26. We'll have fourth quarter action right after this. You're watching Fond du Lac Cardinal boys basketball on Charter Sports.
Gearing up for high school sports, your first and only stop is Team Sports, Main Street, Fond du Lac. Shoes, balls, gear, it's all here at Team Sports on Main. Dribble, pass, shoot. It's basketball season, and Team Sports has all your basketball needs covered. One stop, and you're in the game. Or maybe the struggle for the pin is more your speed. Team Sports also carries all you need for wrestling. Team Sports has trophies, leather jackets, and Packer and Badger merchandise. Team Sports, your sports headquarters.
And welcome back to the Cardinal Fieldhouse. And the Cardinals lead 48-26. It has been all Fond du Lac tonight, Sean. And Appleton North in that quarter came back just a little bit. Some key shots and went on a little bit of a run, but
Spring, Bartels, Arndt, and Casey Weiss. Saberlich's got it. He tries to pass it to Robbie, but Saberlich throws it away. You know, turnovers didn't hamper the Cardinals early on. They had 2 turnovers in the first half, but now Fond du Lac has 5 of them so far in this second half with the basketball.
And I think it has to do, you mentioned in the third quarter, Cardinals big time in this game. Yeah, as a coaching staff, you want it to be a perfect game. You don't want to see them get sloppy, but sometimes you just kind of sit back a little bit and don't concentrate as much as you probably should when you have a 20-point lead.
Nice defense there by Chris Saberlich. We mentioned his offensive game tonight, but he's also played very well defensively. And a foul down low on Derek Arndt, I believe. If that's on Arndt, that's going to be his 4th personal foul. Four for Arndt, and stop a possession and bring in Jim Dilling. As that ball swatted away down low against Johnson. Johnson by Robbie Springborn. Excuse me, Kyle Johnson.
For taking it into the land.
As we're fourth quarter, 50-6, the Cardinals up by 24.
Yeah, we had some technical. I'll say what our producer Dave said, but somebody pulled the plug on us. We're back though. We didn't miss a whole lot. Cardinals still lead, 26.
Maybe the broadcast. Anywho, the Cardinals up by 24. Looking to go 4-0 on the season, 3-0 in the air. Oh, and a block shot down there. Andy Kaufman, he hasn't played very well. The 6'9" senior has struggled at times throughout this basketball game, but he picks up a shot there. It's under 5 minutes to play. Set the check in. Next stop of possession will be Ross Schumacher. We saw Schumacher get some PT against Appleton East Saturday night. Saporski with it. Saporski drives on the big man. Kaufman, Saporski overlaid it. Rebound to Appleton North, and Johnson, as he's done several times tonight, goes, oh no, we're going to say that ball was tipped. I thought he threw that one away.
The referee closest to the ball said that it went to the Cardinals. The referee furthest from the ball says it stays with Appleton North.
Foul on Robbie Springborn. Springborn's defense just a little bit too tight. Well, in this basketball game, once again, Chris Saberlick getting off to a hot start, and throw no good, and rebound by the Cardinals. Chris Saberlick got off to that hot start, and that really propelled the Cardinals in this one.
Yeah, he did. He did a great job once putting a lot of points on the board. Another big night for Chris Saberlick, and he has been majority of their scoring. And he continues to hand. Boy, wherever he comes from, it goes down.
As Schumacher's going to get fouled, driving in. And several other substitutions for the Cardinals. Checking in, Ben Wasick, remember him? Well, hang on. Referee's got to announce what the foul was on. Ben Wasick, the quarterback from the basketball team, checking in. I know this section was chanting for Wasick. So
also into the game for the Cardinals is the 5'9" senior Pat Randall. Randall getting his first playing time of the basketball season.
Schumacher's free throw is no good. Appleton North gets the rebound.
This is the fun time when you get your second and third stringers in there. That's when the crowd really gets into it.
Appleton North also putting some of those guys into the basketball game as the ball bounces around.
Every year you have one or two guys that kind of the fan favorite, which they look to shoot. That might be Ben Wasick.
Let's find out. Wasick's got it. No, he's going to hand it off. It's almost like a whole new game when you get to this point, you know. It's a lot of fun watching these guys play. They play with a lot of energy and emotion. They can turn a 24-point blowout into a 2-point close contest. Foul down. Well, Menasha actually does have a victory. They defeated Kiel early on this season, I believe. 2 or 3-point victory in the season opener.
Foul will be on Mapsky. That's his first, and it'll be a bonus shot.
Free throw is good. Popping up. And no good. And Ben Wasick gets the rebound. And here's lots of cheers from this Cardinal team. Down the lane, off the glass, and scoring. That time is Ross Schumacher. For the Cardinals. 22-27. Fond du Lac is on top here. 2 minutes and 40 seconds to go in the ball game. Cardinals took a commanding lead early and never looked back in this game. They were always in control. And a foul low on Saporsky. Matched up against Andy Kaufman, the big 6'9" guy for Appleton North. Going to be headed down to Milwaukee on Saturday to check out Wisconsin and Marquette.
Actually, I won't be heading.
Well, you're not going to that?
No.
I thought you were.
Nope, my wife's heading from college, so
right.
I got to attend that ceremony, unfortunately.
Well, exactly.
She worked pretty hard for it, but you know how hard it's to miss that Marquette-Wisconsin game.
Free throw's good. What's your thoughts on that ball game?
You know, I've seen Marquette play a couple of times this year. I got to go down there. They look really, really good, but you know something, Wisconsin looks good as well. Come away with a victory, but it's going to be a hard-fought ball game. I can see it probably going down, being a 3 to about a 5-point win for Marquette.
Well, last year those two teams faced each other at the Kohl Center. Marquette came in red hot. I can't remember, was Marquette, I think they might have been undefeated at that time. A foul going to be underneath. I think Marquette might have been undefeated coming into that Wisconsin game. They were a slight favorite, and Wisconsin was able to get a pretty decent victory. Wisconsin got out to an early start. Of course, Marquette had some turnovers, so obviously Marquette is going to want revenge as well. 6 free throw.
It'll be interesting to see the big underneath with Dave Mader as well as Robert Jackson. Marquette. That's probably one downfall that Marquette has had this basketball season is rebounds. They haven't rebounded very well this season, so that could be one part of the basketball to Wisconsin to exploit a little bit.
Wasik misses both free throws. And then another foul committed immediately. So even though Fond du Lac has a 23-point lead, 2 minutes to go in this basketball game, you would think these final minutes would go by quickly, but some of the second and third stringers in. They're not afraid of committing fouls. Coach Diener coaching these guys as if the first string players were, although he is retired himself to the bench every once in a while to take a seat. Asiporski on both free throws. It's now 54-29 Fond du Lac. Yeah, I guess Marquette's going to have that home advantage, but I still think Wisconsin's got just a little too much.
It'll be a great game, that's for sure. It'll be a good interstate rivalry. I like to see those games. Wisconsin playing UW Bay or UW Milwaukee, Marquette. Those interstate rivalries are fun. I really wish I could go to that game.
Outside jumper, no good by Appleton North. And tipped around. Finally, to Joel. I think Dwayne Wade is going to be. I think if Dwayne Wade just goes off in the answer for him, I think Marquette's going to be able to win. But I think if Wisconsin's defense can find a way to stop Dwayne Wade, I think they have a very good chance to win on Saturday.
You know, Dwayne Wade is pretty much that Marquette basketball team. I went down this last Saturday, 31 points in the game, and Marquette went on to a 101 to 78 victory. Scores a lot of points, that's for sure. Well, if you're looking for some holiday gift ideas, check this out. It's HegstromRealAwards.com. They have some pen sets, also some plaques, and a lot of other things to fit your holiday needs. Check it out, HegstromRealAwards.com. 1 minute remaining in this basketball game. The Cardinals in control, 54-29. As there you take a look at the Cardinals coming up huddle.
Into the game, Ross Schumacher, also Ben Wasik. We've got John Conan, Pat Roll in the basketball game, and Matt Saporski. Those are your Fond du Lac Cardinals in here with a minute to go. 54-29 is Fond du Lac's lead over Appleton North. Their fine game by Chris Saberlich. How many points did he finish with?
27.
That after having 30 last Saturday. As Appleton North able to score a basket. .33 seconds to go. Fond du Lac up 54-31. And a jumper going to be taken and hit. John Conan, 6-foot junior, hits the basket, extending the Cardinals' lead. Conan the Barbarian. 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second. This one's in the bank. The Cardinals undefeated on the season, 4-0, 3-0 in the FBA. Your final 56-31. On to Appleton North, back with our post-game show with statistics and more after this. You're watching Fond du Lac Cardinal basketball on Charter Communications, the Charter.
Matzlan has authentic Mexican food, North butter. Start off with rich and Matzlan's famous homemade salsa. Matzlan has a different lunch special every day that is served fresh in 50 minutes or less. And buy one and get one free margarita specials on Wednesdays for the ladies and Thursdays for the men. The Matzlan has 2 combinations to better serve you. Main Street in Fond du Lac and our Oshkosh location featuring a full-service bar next to Kmart on Carler Street.
And welcome back to the Cardinal Fieldhouse. Cardinals with a victory tonight, 56-31. Appleton North Lightning is out on us here tonight. Sean, another good victory for the Fond du Lac. You know, we talked in the pre-show about Cardinals not wanting a and that's what can happen when you play a team that has struggled like the North Lightning. Cardinals do that at all. They here took care of business early and got a chance to enjoy it the rest of the game.
Yeah, it was anything but a letdown for the Fond du Lac. Came out here, executing right off the bat, offensively and defensively. 4 turnovers early on, got some pretty easy baskets, got to the foul. The Cardinals executed their game plan like they wanted to early on, gave them that early, and were able to cruise to victory.
You know, we sound like a broken record when it comes to the Fond du Lac Cardinals. Defense, it has been the key, and it's got to be the key throughout the season. And once again, Chris, nice basketball game.
The defense has been there every single 4-0 all 4 games. They played very good defensively, and the offense has consistently started to grow every game. Chris Saberlich, once again, he's emerging the scorer for this basketball team. As you mentioned, though, as you get deeper into that conference, you're going to need some other guys to step up, and hopefully that'll happen for Fond du Lac.
Cardinals will do something that they haven't done at all this basketball season. They will head on the road to play Menasha on Saturday night, a Menasha team that once again they should take care of, but they're going to be on the road for the first time, and they still have to keep up this intensity.
Actually, that game will be on Friday night, yeah, Menasha, another team, the stretch here of some that aren't so good in the Fox Valley Association with Appleton, North, now Menasha. So some easier opponents for the Cardinals. Not going to be too much of a tough road game. Always a road game in Menasha with that blue floor and everything inside of there. But yeah, it'll be to see the Cardinals. They haven't road yet this year, so hopefully they'll come out with a W.
All right, let's take a look at tonight's final stats. Cardinals 20 of 40 from the field for 50%. Not a bad shooting night for Fond du Lac. Appleton North 11 of 25 for 44%. Free throw, the Cardinals 8 of 13 for 62. North 7 of 10 for 80%. Cardinals excellent job on the boards this evening. 19 rebounds to 12 for North. And key stat right there, Sean, Appleton North giving up 15 turnovers in this game. Final score once again at 56-31 in favor of the Cardinals. Cardinals led in scoring tonight. As we mentioned, Chris Saberlich with 27 points. Derek Arndt also had a really nice game for Fond du Lac. He chips in 11. Robbie Springborn with 6 points. Final score 56-31 Fond du Lac. Coming action, what we want you to do is check out our webpage. Webpage is .charter.net/NICKJODI. We will have what is coming up for you, and just check that out, and you'll be able to tell what we're going to be doing right there. Webpage is .charter.net/NICKJODI. Thanks to our video sports crew once again here from the Cardinal Fieldhouse. On camera tonight, the Bastion boys, Tyler and Matt Bastion, Dave Preston down in the truck, producer and technical director Sean Kaiser with all your stats. For Sean, Dave, and the rest of the video sports crew, I'm Nick Van Acker. Good evening, have a good night. Another Fond du Lac win. You're watching the Charter Channel, Charter Communications Channel 14.
Zoom out, tease it in, or zoom in. No. Yeah. Yeah. Scoreboard too. God damn it.